So we are going to go ahead and create a little app here. And I'm going to do a new project. And it is C# and MVC. Oops. And let's see, I want to make sure I've got the right one. ASP.NET Web Application.NET Framework. And we're going to call it MVC Demo. And then for our solution name, we are going to make that different, just for a change of pace. Okay, and if you're going to make the solution name different than the project, you do not want to put a little check here. And I do need to choose a different location because I've done this a couple times already. And I'm going to click Create. And then I'm going to select Authentication. Now, we have gone through these before. Just as a quick refresher, individual user accounts is what you are going to want to choose for authentication. Because that uses the social media accounts to authenticate. Work or school account is primarily a Microsoft type of authentication. So if you are logging into Office 365 or Azure, that's the type of authentication you're going to see. And the Windows authentication is mainly used for an intranet. It's very similar to the SQL Server Management Studio authentication, where it just uses your Windows login to authenticate the user. So we are going to pick individual user accounts and click OK. And then we're going to create our app. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and run a build. And I'm going to launch my app. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be registering and logging in. So here's our little app. You'll notice on the right, we have register and login, and we haven't done much with those yet. So you'll notice if you go to login, if you don't have, a username or email password in the system, you do have to register as a new user. Okay, so this is the same screen that you would get if you just click on register. So I'm going to go ahead and register myself. And the annoying thing about this is there are rules in play for these passwords. And sometimes it is really hard to get past them. So the rules are you have to have an uppercase letter. The entire password has to be at least 6 characters long. And you have to have a number and a special character in it. So if I create it like that, it should let me in. And I can tell it's working because it's generating up that database. And I can see that I'm logged in. And now if I log off and I go to log in, it should take my email here and password. Now I'm going to exit out of here. And the next video, we are going to take a look at some of the inner workings as far as this whole authentication and registration process are.